Welcome gamers to another One Piece Power Treasure video. So in today's video, I'm going to do like a first-hand video, or like a tutorial video. Help you how to play, certain classes in certain maps and everything. I think this is like the general idea I want to go to. We're gonna be starting off with the best class in the game, the most important thing, the runners. So with runners, it is pretty much you want to capture. Like when they first started the game, it was like just they weren't the best class actually. And runners were just like just only meant to capture, but now they can fight. They can be like so many things, but even defend, attack, and all of these other things. But with a runner, you really want to have like two main routes depending on the map. You either want to go to mid, but usually in one time, like when you go to mid, you give your defender a flag or something like a Gear 5 Luffy, Big Mom or something like that. You can be sent like, you can die in like 1 minute, 30 minutes. Like everyone will come and spam skills at you as every time you capture. There's a brief moment where you can't dodge and you can't do anything, and you can't move basically. And then people take advantage of that and then they just, one-shot you or two-shot you, or like just get a flurry combination of skills. So that's one way you can go with it, like if you have a defender that can sit on the flag, and especially on close maps like Karate Day, 109, maps where it's easy, like even not Water 7 that you let a bit separated with the stairs and the miracle rides, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. So on close maps, if you want to give that defender at mid flag, you can go with that strategy. But another thing is when you can cap the second flag, be patient, wait for people to get at mid, and you can just go, because right now, like most of the rounds we're getting, they have an offensive skill. It's not just a flying skill, a teleportation skill, or like gun, or like raw, like in the day used to swap enemy's position with. So it's not like that. You can use like King skill 2, it's very offensive, like you can take out a lot of opponents. Same with Kid skill 1. Kaido skill 2 can also have, like with the cavalry block, help your enemies and allies and all of that. Like those are the top 3 runners you might see with the thumbnail and everything. And like with the gameplay, like I just took 3 of them because they are just dominating and like just giving you a high win rate and all the like. So yes, go to the second flag, be patient and wait there. And you can just cap there. And on other maps, you can just go to the enemy spawn, right? The A or B flag, or what is it? D or E flag, is depending on where you want to go with it. But the second flag, then you go to you can go to like a weaker defender or an enemy that's not as strong, or not just an unguarded flag, but there's things you need to consider. Wait, let's go to the first point. Like when it comes to runners, their win rate is the highest amongst all classes, especially currently. Like it's like about 80% to 100%, depending on which runner you're using. But like if it's not like a dead and outdated runner, it is one like an 80% or 100% win rate. So there's like outside of the top 3 runners, there's like those EX class changer ones, like the Blue EX Luffy, the Onigashima Big Mom that can change from defender to runner, the Blue EX Luffy from Tenka runner, and the Gear 5 Luffy from he can just change class whenever he can. He's like the most freest unit in the game, of course, and the best current moment. But as a runner, he's not as effective because he lacks teleportation skills and all of these other traits, but he does have some capture resistance, which we'll get to when we come there. And then one thing you want to make sure is that when you capture the flag, it depends, like if your ally is close, like an attacker defender, or another ally is close, you can go and capture another flag. But you must make sure you spam, you use your skills and you time them properly. After you use your skills, you can now try to gain another flag. You need to hold the flag for a certain amount of time, but if you can, with your runner, like just use skill, then you can go and escape quite a lot of flag. But don't just leave there and then just, exchange flags and leave the game to at the end be RNG, because that can lead to, the enemy having a last second team boost and then wipe you guys out like nothing, because you don't have that ability to hold flags for quite a bit. Yeah, it's just going to be me talking, like, all again, like you will see the visuals, the pictures and everything. So yeah, as like I also said before, with the best type of maps, you need those wide open maps like Lockdown, Reforged, the Alabaster Day, and like flat maps basically as well. That is what it's basically, I'm trying to say, wide open flat maps and elevated maps like Sabon Evening, Sabon Date, Thriller Back, all these maps that have stairs, and even like the new stage with the destroyed ship, it has like stairs and everything. That runners take advantage of that, and transportation maps like Water 7, and what is the one that has like Water 7, like with the miracle rides is. But the bubble mechanic is like, it's like an elevation. You go to the next level. Yeah, those maps that are really good for runners. Like the only map you can say that is very disadvantageous is Barachi Day. Like closed maps, they're really bad because defenders can just completely take advantage of it. And one other elevated map that you would like Fisherman Island, that is like Kaido's best map. The Ruins of Shandora is also a good one because the rocks can give you an advantage. And you as a runner, with your high speed, skills and all of that, you can take advantage and go to a flag that is completely closed off from the enemy. Okay? And then like for options, I mean, there's a lot of, outside of King Kaido, Kid and Law, outside of those three. I already talked about the other three EX class chain units that can be a runner. We got the Golden Yamato for the other older updated EX runners, of course. We got Anima Shibuya. From Nami is also a good option. Sobermas, Shiki, not many people use it, but he still, can be good. He has fixed damage and all of the stuff needed to be a good runner. The Prime Rainy also be decent if you have good connection. And can perfect dodge a lot of skills, so you can take advantage of that. You can also use offensive runners like Hody and a lot of offensive runners like Hody, and there's not a lot actually. Boa is one of them, yes, Boa Hancock, but Boa is like completely dead. I wouldn't suggest using that because like Gear 5 Luffy now has petrification, and there's now like the only skill to stall the enemies to cap. The Golden Wig with her visibility, she can be decent as well. And that is the options I could give you. Just other runners like Orobi and everything, just too outdated and struggle to push enemies out of the flag. So one other point point of concern we can talk about is that when the enemies like are capturing flag, capturing treasure, you can time your normals outside just to push them or down them outside of the flag so you can take it back. That's one thing you can do as well. And also time your knockback skills or your other skills when immediately when they capture the treasure, that invincible frame they have when they can't do anything to you, of course. And then there are some runners or that with their normal attacks they can push the defenders or attackers out of the flag, so it can give you a chance to capture, which is good. You must make use of that. And then on one other hand, like let's say, you must look at your traits. Like this is one thing, like I will say this for all the class videos, of course, that you need to know the enemy's traits and your traits really well, so that you can make advantage and just beat the enemy. Like especially when it comes to your capture resistance. Now we're on that now. So Kaido as a runner has the least capture resistance. Like he can be knocked back, hits fake, but can't be downed, and can't be downed or removed by staggered from the flag and all of that. So So that is good. And Killer Law can ignore flags and just take the flag and cannot be down, knocked back. Can be, I think, yeah, I mean, can be knocked back. And but yeah, for Law, he can be like status effects and everything. Similar, others like Waruma, Kohodi have that same, even Hakuba, but Hakuba is not a great option because he's also dead along with Boa. But you know, those capture resistance, you need to make use of them while using the normal attacks to push the enemy outside of the flag. And then, so this is one thing like you need to consider, especially when you're playing, is that the last 30 seconds to 20 seconds, even if you go to another guy thing, you must make sure, okay, see if the gauge is 150% filled and you can't capture it and your HP is below 70%. That's usually when you get capture speed. Like if you don't have capture speed, enough capture speed, don't go to that flag. You're going to cross the game. Don't just capture a meaningless flag that you cannot get in time. Even if it's unguarded, you need to go with ones that have the lowest gauge. Maybe you can remove the enemy in time and cap it just in time. So you need to have that game sense to use your runner effectively. And of course, I was talking about like the team boost control. You don't want the game to be concentration. It's nice to just go keep flags, just go keep capturing flags, but it can be detrimental for your team and like for you. When that team boost gets into the enemy's side on the last 30 seconds and you get wiped up, it's all because you couldn't hold the flags a little bit longer so that there's a little bit of exchanges and fights between you guys. So that is one important factor you must consider. So I hope you guys enjoy my first tutorial type of video. I did put some effort on it, of course. And I'll continue with it and like do other classes. Let me know if I missed anything, but I think I covered everything like a runner should basically do, to win. And yeah, to be effective. Like I've played this game for over like 2 years right now. I think it's maybe going to like 4 years. So it's like I've seen many mistakes how people like don't know how to use runners pretty well. And with like these gameplays and what you've seen, it's up like really well, and you like just play runners a bit better. They're not just help flag, you go to another flag. Like you can do that and get a lot of wins, but when that team boost gets your team wiped out, it's all because you're not using your runner in a way where you can give your team the advantage, even if you're capping a lot of flags. Leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.